long day. Had a storm. Was running late. Unfortunately, I always run late. So got there at 1. It was not raining when we got there. By the time we got out of the car, you could get soaked going from the front of the car to the back of the car. So we put on our umbrellas, or turned on our umbrellas. I put on a raincoat that I bought that fits into a little pack thing, because I like things neat and be able, lightweight, and be able to put them somewhere. And went up to City Lights and bought a few books on psychology and my brain fog. And since City Lights is just really fun to go through, did that, got donuts, walked back to Scientology, because at the time it had stopped raining and it started raining again. Fire truck goes by. I swear to God, I have PTSD from this. Immediately thought it was going to stop in front of San Francisco, because, you know, it always does in LA. And I was thinking, I spent enough time. Ignore that. I've spent enough time watching all the videos that it would be the first fake call. I saw someone standing out front, but I think it was a tourist. So we went down to see where the road was closed and everything else. It was a Free Palestine parade. And I went and asked somebody where they were going, and they said they didn't know. So I have a feeling they're pretty much a, hey, let's all get together and do this if you'd like, sort of thing too. Excuse me. Walked back up to Scientology. Meter was running out, and just was like, you guys are lucky today. I mean, it was lots of storms and nobody came in because they didn't care about you guys. But it also kept any of us from eventually meeting up and making noise out front. Because I've learned that I should make noise, or at least try to say something having to do with, don't you wonder where your parents are, or don't you miss your family, or something like that, because it's what we're supposed to be doing. So being quiet and staring just makes us look like a bunch of tourists, because it isn't a tourist area. Maybe they do that on purpose. Hollywood, here, who knows? So just found out that Liz Ferris is in Sacramento. I'm in the Bay Area. Oh my God. She wants to go protesting in Sacramento. I'm totally up for that. It's only an hour and a half drive from here, so it's no big deal. Drink. So that'd be fun. So I've been watching her a lot lately, and then I saw her and Carrie, and they were talking about how much, or what they liked about each other, and of course it made me cry. That was adorable. They're perfect. Book. I have book. What's on book today? Talked about the bookstore. Talked about the Palestine March. Pink. See this? See this? Don't write in pink. There's a cafe near there, and I went in the other day to get a quiche, and then today I went in to get something else, and he asked me, he's like, you said you were protesting something. What are you protesting? 5 minutes later, after I told him about passports and trafficking and LA, and that they go live every night, and you can watch them from YouTube. I told him how it all pretty much went into overdrive down in LA. And I'm pretty much calling this a civil war between MR and ASL, with not necessarily them as the heads. It'd be like any 5-star general who just sits in the back and moves his minions around, except they're not minions for ASL. It's an accident that he's in the place he is. I don't care if he's a brat. if he's doing something right, which he seems to be doing, it doesn't matter if he's a brat. The biggest thing is to be able to just tell him to shut up. I've dealt with people who were high on the cloud, and even though they wouldn't admit it, people pretty much paid attention to everything he said. I was the only person who didn't, and that's how I became his assistant, because I was just like, that's nice. Can we do something else now? They actually appreciate it when you don't raise your voice and talk to them like, that's nice. Can we do something else now? So no matter how much of a brat ASL is, he's still doing the good thing. He's still helping out people. He still has his pie in the sky, his cloud. You know what? As long as it works, then, and as long as he's doing things positively, it doesn't matter. As long as he doesn't, I was going to say something else, do what Mr. Miscavige would do to people, it doesn't matter. And if he's yelling at you, you can just say, that's not polite. It'll get a reaction out of them because nobody talks to them that way. That's it. It's that easy. And the other side, yeah, it's another side. It's this side and that side. And I appreciate the other side for doing what they do. I'm on ASL side. I can't help it. He's taken the ball and run with it, and not taken the ball and tried to put it through the fence, or through the backboard. I mean, he's not holding on to it anymore. We are, because we're mad and we're human, and you know, we jump at these things because they're picking on, and with Miriam too. It's like they're picking on our friends, our virtual friends. I've been on computers, phone lines, back in the day of CompuServe. I didn't know it was by the hour when I was a teenager, and I got a $200 bill. My dad was not amused, but I got forgiven for it. So I've been on it that long, since 1981. Gone from CompuServe, never did AOL, never trusted it for some reason. Usernet, and because half my family are computer people, everything from then on. And it was like, usually you just dealt with the bully of straight up, if you don't stop, you're leaving or I'm leaving. Most of the times they're taken aback with the fact that you're talking to them normally and not trying to be as much of a butthead as they are. So that's all you have to do. It's not letting your emotions take over. And if the second gens can't do it, send a never end like me to handle the situation. Never ends don't have that overriding emotion that's attached to things that were done to them horribly, and talking to a person that went through it horribly with them. The never ends have problems. We all have problems. I have a committed brother, so it obviously runs in my family. But we don't have that deep-rooted, pluck my heart out emotion for it. So we could deal with it easier because we would be protecting people. Sort of like how DOA protects Laura and them. You need people to protect you emotionally, I guess. But yeah, I've dealt with people like that pretty much all my life. I tutored as a kid. I was an assistant. I was a secretary. I was their Girl Friday. I did that for about 15 years for vice presidents. So at least one of them was a complete raging butthead to everybody else but me, because I just pretty much politely said, "And." If you hear the meowing, that's Ladybird. You cannot shut her up sometimes. Anyway, so yeah, it's definitely not raising your emotion to their emotion. It's keeping calm and just letting them say everything they have to say, and then you just go, and what can I help you with? And what would you like me to do about this? And can I get you a glass of water? And it's just and. Um, it's amazing how people who yell, scream, psychologically fight back, how you disarm them with and. Um, that's what I wanted to say about that one today. Anyway, let's see. Oh, there's a donut place near Scientology, San Francisco, which I am very much in the let's patronize our local establishments. So a donut is not very expensive, or a cup of coffee, getting it from there instead of the big Seattle-based coffee place 2 blocks in the opposite direction would be nice. So yeah, as far as I know, there's a donut place. There is a sort of fancy French deli. There's Middle Eastern. There's a restaurant at the Hilton. That's what I know so far. It's really close to Embarcadero Center, which has tons of eateries because it's pretty much the easiest way to participate in a local business. North Beach has local businesses. It doesn't have chain stores. So getting a donut and even getting a bunch of donuts, maybe, or going in with a bunch of people and being polite and getting donuts, they would actually like it. And I think they're not allowed to go out front. I have a feeling maybe it was in their lease because it is the Transamerica building and the original, and we're a little weird about that in the city. So I have a feeling they have to go to Embarcadero Center because it's more like a mall, and it's 4 buildings put together, and 2 of them have stores and stuff. So the one time I saw that lady coming back from what I assumed, we know what that does, assumed it was Embarcadero Center. And then I made sort of like the realization yesterday that I don't think they are allowed to do anything outside of the building. So we'll have to find out where they go. And a morning person could probably figure that out. I am not a morning person. I am a night person. My grandmother made me that way a long time ago. And I really didn't sleep a lot as a kid anyway, so I am definitely nocturnal and fight every week. I don't say every day because it's not that specific, but every week about waking up early. To me, early is 8:45. I don't work outside of the house except if I get called to work at a club or something, because I've done the club thing for 28 years. That's about right. So if somebody calls me for that, I'll do it because it's really weird. It's easy for me to deal with the public when I have a position of power, I guess. I don't know. So that's how I get out of the house. I'm trying to get out of the house other ways because I do have a social anxiety disorder diagnosed. So it's real. And just have major anxieties and panic attacks, and they're all in my head, and I know this. That's what the emotionally draining part is I know I'm doing this to myself. So I cannot be easily manipulated. People have tried. They have all been unsuccessful. Because I pretty much at the end of everything go, and drive a person nuts. Let's see. Oh, there's a it's a, what is the building? I keep forgetting. Ask the hubby time. Yeah. I keep saying gridiron. It's not. Flatiron. It's a Flatiron building. So it's a triangle basically. And there's a walk meridian because the crosswalk or the intersection is 4-5 that all meet together. So to make a right-hand turn off one of the streets right in front of Scientology is a crosswalk meridian, sort of divide things up. And there's a tree there. And today a homeless person actually camped there. And she is camped right in front of the building. I saw her when she was setting it up. I believe she's not a plant and is a real homeless person. Which sort of bothers me because I don't want to film the homeless person because that's rude. I will figure out how to do it. I'll get better on the gimbal. I guess I'll practice around the house. But today she was setting up and I didn't want to bother her also with the storm and everything else. It's probably why she's under the tree. In a horrible way, it's probably stupidly evil that she's done that because she's done a tent thing. So she is directly right outside that door. So maybe it'll get to somebody that, you know, she shouldn't be there. She should be in a home, a house, not homeless. Don't understand homelessness. I mean, I understand it. Of course I understand it. I just don't like it. And I don't like the fact that they ship them over here and we don't know what to do with them. We really don't. We want to do everything that we can. Campments are not like they were in the old days. We had People's Park in Berkeley. They've had a couple of encampments in Oakland, and they all wind up getting usually a fire, and then they clean them out. They even tried an organized one with some people who were friends of, and it worked for about 6 months. They even were setting up little stores and everything, but then Caltrans came and wanted it back. So the only true experiment that probably would have worked at least longer than 6 months was taken down by our California transit system that takes care of our freeways. It was under one of the freeways. So that's homelessness for me. A friend of mine taught me how to talk to homeless people when I was about 19. We went walking on College Ave in Berkeley. There were a lot of beggars, we called them back then or something. And one walked up to us and asked us for money. And my friend said, no, but you want some pizza? And so we went to the pizza place and talked to him. And he had some pizza. And I was taught how to appreciate people on that one because it's called Little Princess all the time. Most of my life, I've been Little Princess. And he wanted to show me that homeless people matter because I was so young enough to have been in a bubble world that I didn't deal with those people. And I should learn because I was 19. So this is my latest version of I am opening my eyes again. But it's out front in Scientology, so maybe somebody will get the clue there too, and maybe somebody will help them. I would love if they slipped that person things when nobody was looking. If the person's not hostile, you can always give them socks. They always need socks. So, let's see. Oh, I forgot. No, I guess I am not done with ASL. I don't know where the heck other people are thinking that ASL is getting some kind of royalty from YouTube. He's only got 300,000 subscribers. This is Meta, which owns Google, which owns YouTube. They don't care about that. That's only 250,000 people in a whole world. He would not be making a stipend out of that. It's not that easy. And YouTube, when they got settled in the video market, they had, like every other thing, like Prism is probably going to do to me, is they get enough people, they like it, and they either raise their numbers or start charging. And YouTube started raising their numbers. It almost made a difference. And YouTube almost had a problem. I think that's when TikTok came around. And no, it didn't, because everybody, if you go live on TikTok, it doesn't get saved. You go live on YouTube, it gets saved. Things like that. And they raise their subscribers and viewers in hours, just nuts. There was a bad thing about that, and that happened to YouTube back then. So, excuse me. So no, 250,000, yeah, you might be making money with it, but you're not getting royalties from other people who sign up. It may take the focus off the people who have a problem with it, because there are other people now who are more interesting than, say, the other side, closer in age, closer and relatable. I'm technically not relatable because of my age, but just the community I've kept most of my life, we don't like getting old. And FYI, young people, we're not old in our heads. We are still 16 in our heads. So when we start hanging out with you guys, we're not trying to be cool. It's normal for us. When we're trying to be cool and wearing today's fashion, it's just because we actually like it. We find it interesting. The slang words, unless you hang around with kids a lot and get the slang words naturally, no. I think we should stay away from those and keep our own language. Besides, sometimes it's fun to ask younger people, what does that mean? So yeah, no, we're not trying to be cool. We're just being normal. Or as normal as we can get, because I'm the eccentric in my family. So I'm used to being called eccentric, weirdo, because I wore black, Satanist. No, that was fun. When my aunt said that, I just ran around with devil horns. But yeah, love watching the kids. Maybe I should stop calling them kids. I love watching the LA Squirrels, independently operated, run around. It's fun to watch Jess go somewhere else sometimes. And it's amazing how she can do all the things she does while she's driving. When I was around that age, I used to be amazing too. So it's probably something she's used to. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, enlightened someone about Scientology today, who has who owns a business around there. Oh, I even gave directions on the Free Palestine protests because I was trying to find out where it went so we could drive around it. Just walked up to somebody and said, do you know where you're going? And they said no. That might be a repeat. Brain fog. In case you're wondering, I am wearing a pink tartan from Scotland. It was done by a company for breast cancer in UK. And how can you, my husband's mom is Scottish, so how can you resist a pink tartan? And it's nice and warm. We swear we left one of the windows open and we didn't. It's just that cold. It was that cold today. I think that's it. What did I do? Scientology made me evil today, because for that split second, I was hoping that they would get something out of that homeless person being right in front of them. And then I felt bad that I was actually wishing strife to be done by a homeless person, which isn't fair at all. So that's it. Young Americans is a song in my head today, which, duh. I do have dreams about LA and Florida, Scientology, since I'm so immersed right now in it. And they're not bad dreams, they're funny. I think the one last night was about asking for directions or telling someone that they could take this direction or that direction and just going like scientific on it. My poor hair, it's all rained on. So it was funny. I sort of wake up smiling, or I am not, thank deities, not affected enough to have horrible dreams or connect them to my childhood or anything like that. So that's a good thing. So can I be done yet? I'm close. I'm at 25. I think I can today. I'm really tired. I guess, haven't recovered. This has been my first full 8 days doing something in probably 6 years. I've always had a break. When my mom was sick, I always had a day off, and would just complain, oh, I'm so tired, fatigued, and not do anything. Can't not do anything anymore since my long COVID went away. I'm just like, I need to do more. So I was really tired right now and didn't want to do it, but I knew I wanted to, because to me, it gives me the feeling of going to work. I work at clubs. So it's like, it sort of makes me a little excited that I can come here and tell everybody about my day and what I did or didn't do to Scientology, or who I did watch and didn't watch. As usual, I watched Natalie Webster and ASL and Nora. No, not Nora. Liz, because I got excited about Sacramento. And love what they're doing. Liz's whole and stuff about helping people like ASL does and like Streets does, and it's nice. We should all be doing that, if we can. If we have the space on our shoulders to carry people's weight, we should. I've always done that, more or less. That's why it's at Mama Cat 1. I get teased for being a mama cat. I have that problem. But it also helps my anxiety, because what if I have to do something, I'll do it and won't even think twice about it. So I think those who can should have the responsibility of helping others. Shh, Birdie. Which is funny because Liz's husky bitched and moaned through her alive also, which was funny. So now I've just got the big furry monster that I have to take or ignore, because if I touch her, she runs. So that is my prattle for tonight. One of these days I'll get better at this. I think I don't suck, but it still feels like I'm bark, 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 which is what we all call it when we're in a nice, fast conversation, is doing the chicken. So, okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow. 12 or 7, or, I've got people over tomorrow. 7. I'll try for 7. So, everybody have a good night. Bye. Or not. End. How is that?
That's cute. I had it on my computer with the sound turned down, of course.
Yeah, because you could hear me.
So, yeah, exactly.
So it wouldn't buffer. Yeah.
Yep.
You liked it?
Yeah, your cat definitely liked it.
How was the lighting?
I couldn't tell. It was no different than the other ones.
Good.
Was it supposed to be any different?
I don't like the bright light on everybody that they're all doing now. They're all doing that cold blue light on them.
Well, plus you all the ones that wear glasses, you can always see the reflection of the fixture. You can tell if it's a round one or a whatever. But I mean, that's just inevitable, I guess.
I try to avoid it as much as I can.
I mean,
that's why I've changed my glasses, because yesterday,
yeah,
my little ones just were too small.
look at it and make it do that? Fingers. I thought about correcting you, but I didn't want to interrupt. You said Meta owns Google. No.
I thought Meta owned Google.
No. Google's independent. Nobody owns them.
Meta owns Facebook then.
Right.
Blew it.
And Instagram. Yeah. But it was just it just went right by. I doubt anyone would have barely even noticed.
I'll fix it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to derail you by mentioning it like in real time. What? Hello? Yes, mistress. What? I had her on my lap for a few minutes, figuring that would calm her down.
I heard you go, shh.
Yeah. Like at some point I figured the shushing would be more distracting than the meowing.
I actually don't notice the meowing. I had to notice it because I figured, oh crap, that must be annoying.
You can replay it to see if the meowing was even picked up. What? Come here.
Well, maybe that'll get people to pay attention.
Come here.
Wouldn't it be funny if I went viral just because I said Meta owned Google? But yeah, I will never forget how insignificant 200,000 people are because someone died at YouTube for 200,000 people. She came to San Bruno and shot somebody because she lost, since they doubled, tripled their numbers, she had lost her livelihood.
That's what that was about, yep.
Yes. I will never forget that.
That happened when Mikey was
in San Bruno.
In San Bruno at the time? Yeah.
He actually was homesick that day.
Right. But he knew all about it.
Yeah. Of course he did, because he used to do side work for Google. But, yeah, it's like, I'm not going to ever forget that. So that's why I remember that, because it's like, you know what, $250,000 people is nothing in Google's world.
Yep.
You want to impress somebody? Make $1 million. And even then, who knows? But yeah, that's her latest thing is, you know, Erin's making money off of all the people who subscribe. And I pretty much really do think that they're just mad because it's going to take views away from them with all the new people.
Yeah. Like, that's just a, you know, Luddite comment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, this is technology. This is the technology.
Yeah,
embrace it.
It was just so funny. It was like, conspiracy theory much? Everybody pretty much agrees. It's just so stupid. But also, being a older person, or the 16-year-old in an old person's body, it's like, time for the young kids to start getting this. It has nothing to do with trying to be cool. It has to do with this is the fashion and I want to wear it. Yeah. You know, that's lying, okay, and then, until it comes out of their mouth naturally. But yeah, it was just like getting rid of the time to start changing some things in the world. And hi, you. Did you come to join the party?
Let's not play favorites.
Oh, yeah, right. Come here, baby doll. Hi, my cutie.
You can't be pissed off at this one and happy to see that one.
Yeah, I can.
Nice.
She's got you. Oh, she's not.
You want to know what she's doing, don't you?
Come here, baby doll. Hello, cutie pie. And I just told her to be quiet. I didn't tell her anything else. Don't you touch her. Hello, baby doll. No, that's not that. I'm going to try it again. Hello, cutie pie. Yes, you are my cutie pie.
You got the best purr. You know that? You can hear it from... Oh!
Birdie, don't let Abby run away.
Hello, you. I want to know who took this off.
That's right. There's still something stuck to the floor down there.
I just did it.
That was it?
Yep.
You're kidding.
No. Hi, you.
Oh, you might get her before she runs away fully. You know, your socks match your
My tartan?
Your tartan.
Would you like me to explain my tartan?
Yes. Are you kidding? Any explanation of your hubby and his family? You didn't say mother-in-law. You said husband's mom.
Yeah.
Sounds much nicer than
It
mother-in-law.
does. It does.
Yeah.
That was for breast cancer.
Yeah.
UK. Hi, you.
It does feel like going to club. I like doing it. I just have to find things to talk about.